Hey guys, and welcome to another Minecraft GA Stadiums results video. We had a big weekend in the football as well as a couple of the finals in the hurling, so let's jump right into it. Up first we have Mead versus Down in the Talton Cup. Mead opened the scoring with a point in the first 3 minutes. Mead finished the half in the lead 1-4 to 6 points. Down opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Mead 1-11. Down 1-9. So a win for Mead over Down. That means Mead qualify for the quarterfinal and Down qualify for the preliminary quarterfinal. Final score, Mead 1-11, Down 1-9. Up next we have Tipperary versus Waterford in the Talton Cup. Tipperary opened the scoring with 5 points in the first 18 minutes. Tipperary finished the half in the lead 10 points to 1-4. Waterford opened the second half scoring with 2 points 1 minute in. And the game finishes Tipperary 17 points. Waterford 113. So a win for Tipperary over Waterford. However, due to there being 17 teams in the Talton Cup and one of the third place teams having the worst of the four third place teams having to go out of it, both Tipper and Waterford are eliminated. So final score, Tipperary 17 points, Waterford 113. These are the final standings of Group 2 in the Talton Cup. Mead on 6 points, Down on 4 points, Tipperary on 2 points and Waterford on 0 points. Up next we have Cavan versus Offaly in the Talton Cup. Cavan opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 2 minutes. Cavan finished the half in the lead 1-11 to 1-4. Cavan opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Cavan 225. Offaly 2-9. So good win for Cavan over Offaly. That means Cavan qualify for the quarterfinal and Offaly still managed to qualify for the preliminary quarterfinal. Final score, Cavan 225, Offaly 2-9. Up next we have Laois versus London in the Talton Cup. Laois opened the scoring with 7 points in the first 18 minutes. Laois finished the half in the lead 11 points to 5. London opened the second half scoring with a goal and a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Laois 117. London 214. So a draw for Laois and London. Laois qualify for the preliminary quarterfinal and London are eliminated. Final score, Laois 117, London 214. So these are the final standings of Group 1 of the Talton Cup. Cavan on 6 points, Offaly on 3 points, Laois on 2 points and London on 1 point. Up next we have Cork versus Kerry in the All-Ireland Championship. Kerry opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 4 minutes. Kerry finished the half in the lead 5 points to 9. Cork opened the second half scoring with 2 points 1 minute in. And the game finishes Cork 15 points. Kerry 114. So a win for Kerry over Cork. Final score, Cork 15 points, Kerry 114. Up next we have Westmeath versus Galway in the All-Ireland Championship. Westmeath opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 4 minutes. Westmeath finished the half in the lead 7 points to 6. Galway opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Westmeath 12 points. Galway 20 points. So a win for Galway over Westmeath. The final score, Westmeath 12 points, Galway 20 points. Up next we have Kildare versus Dublin in the All-Ireland Championship. Dublin opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. Dublin finished the half in the lead 9 points to 13. Kildare opened the second half scoring with 2 points 1 minute in. And the game finishes Kildare 13 points, Dublin 22 points. So good win for Dublin over Kildare. The final score, Kildare 13 points, Dublin 22 points. And our final game on Saturday is Tyrone versus Armagh, the All-Ireland Championship. Tyrone opened the scoring with a point in the first 3 minutes. Tyrone finished the half in the lead 8 points to 4. Armagh opened the second half scoring with a point 7 minutes in. And the game finishes Tyrone 13 points. Armagh 11 points. So a win for Tyrone over Armagh. The final score, Tyrone 13 points, Armagh 11 points. This is how Group 2 looks after the weekend in the All-Ireland Championship. Galway on 4 points, Tyrone and Armagh on 2 points, Westmeath on 0 points. Our first game on Saturday is Limerick versus Wicklow in the Tailteann Cup. Limerick opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 7 minutes. Wicklow finished the half in the lead 5 points to 1-6. Wicklow opened the second half scoring with a point 2 minutes in. And the game finishes Limerick 110. Wicklow 214. So, a good win for Wicklow over Limerick. However, it's not enough. Limerick still managed to qualify for the quarter-final, whereas Wicklow are eliminated. Final score, Limerick 110, Wicklow 214. Up next we have Longford versus Carlow in the Tailteann Cup. Carlow opened the scoring with a point in the first 8 minutes. Carlow finished the half in the lead 9 points to 2-4. Carlow opened the second half scoring with 2 points 2 minutes in. And the game finishes Longford 114. Carlow 213. So a win for Carlow over Longford. Both teams still managed to qualify for the preliminary quarter-final. Final score, Longford 114, Carlow 213. These are the final standings of Group 3 in the Tailteann Cup. Limerick and Carlow on 4 points, Longford on 2 points, Wicklow on 2 points. Up next we have Fermanagh versus Antrim in the Tailteann Cup. Fermanagh opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. Antrim finished the half in the lead 5 points to 7. Fermanagh opened the second half scoring with a goal and 3 points 4 minutes in. And the game finishes Fermanagh 112. Antrim 313. So a win for Antrim over Fermanagh. That means Fermanagh qualify for the preliminary quarter-final and Antrim qualify for the quarter-final. The final score, Fermanagh 112, Antrim 313. Up next we have Wexford versus Leitrim in the Tailteann Cup. Wexford opened the scoring with a point in the first 5 minutes. Teams finished the half level with 7 points each. Wexford opened the second half scoring with a point 6 minutes in. And the game finishes Wexford 116. Leitrim 112. So good win for Wexford over Leitrim. That means Wexford qualify for the preliminary quarter-final and Leitrim are eliminated. Final score, Wexford 116, Leitrim 112. These are the final standings of Group 4 in the Tailteann Cup. Antrim on 6 points, Fermanagh and Wexford on 3 points, Leitrim on 0 points. Up next we have Mayo versus Louth in the All-Ireland Championship. Mayo opened the scoring with 3 points in the first 4 minutes. Mayo finished the half in the lead 7 points to 4. Mayo opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Mayo 14 points. Louth 110. So close win for Mayo over Louth. Final score, Mayo 14 points, Louth 110. This is how Group 1 in the All-Ireland Championship looks after the weekend. Mayo on 4 points, Kerry and Cork on 2 points, Louth on 0 points. Up next we have Monaghan versus Clare in the All-Ireland Championship. Clare opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. The teams finished the half level with 10 points each. Monaghan opened the second half scoring with 2 points 5 minutes in. And the game finishes Monaghan 123. Clare 118. So a win for Monaghan over Clare. The final score, Monaghan 123, Clare 118. Up next we have Roscommon versus Sligo in the All-Ireland Championship. Roscommon opened the scoring with a point in the first 7 minutes. Roscommon finished the half in the lead 8 points to 6. Roscommon opened the second half scoring with 2 points 2 minutes in. And the game finishes Roscommon 121. Sligo 111. So a good win for Roscommon over Sligo. Final score Roscommon 121, Sligo 111. This is how Group 3 in the All-Ireland Championship looks after the weekend. Roscommon and Dublin on 3 points, Kildare and Sligo on 1 point. And our final game of the weekend is Donegal versus Derry in the All-Ireland Championship. Derry opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 8 minutes. Derry finished the half in the lead 6 points to 9. Derry opened the second half scoring with a point 3 minutes in. And the game finishes Donegal 115. Derry 314. So a win for Derry over Donegal. Final score Donegal 115, Derry 314. This is how Group 4 of the All-Ireland Championship looks after the weekend. Monaghan and Derry on 3 points, Donegal on 2 points, Clare on 0 points. So those are the results of the football. Now let's move on to the hurling. Up first we have Monaghan versus Lancashire in the Lorimar Cup final. Monaghan opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. Monaghan finished the half in the lead 112 to 28. Lancashire opened the second half scoring with a goal and a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Monaghan 322. Lancashire 320. So Monaghan are the Lorimar Cup champions for 2023. Final score Monaghan 322, Lancashire 320. Up next we have Donegal versus Wicklow in the Nicky Rackard Cup final. Donegal opened the scoring with a point in the first 3 minutes. Donegal finished the half in the lead 2-8 to 10 points. Donegal opened the second half scoring with a point 5 minutes in. And the game finishes Donegal 312. Wicklow 120. So that means Wicklow are the Nicky Rackard Cup champions for 2023. The final score Donegal 312, Wicklow 120. And our final game of the weekend is Derry versus Meath in the Christy Ring Cup final. Meath opened the scoring with 6 points in the first 11 minutes. Meath finished the half in the lead 7 points to 17. The second half scoring opens Derry 9 points, Meath 119. And the game finishes Derry 121. Meath 123. So Derry made a comeback, but it wasn't enough, and Meath are the Christie Ring champions for 2023. The final score, Derry 121, Meath 123. So there you have it, those are the results of the hurling and football for the weekend just gone. Be sure to also check out my predictions video for the upcoming weekend. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and share, and I will see you for the next one.